Judge, I think you know this case that I recently handled, a homicide case that was dismissed after a number of years. It was a shaken baby case. And I'm listening to this testimony, and I don't know, it's just coming to me. Like, my first question when I was defending the case, in all honesty, I mean, as a defense lawyer, you have to defend even guilty people or people that are accused. But I was uncomfortable with the medical testimony. They, too, talked about fractured ribs, and they talked about cerebral, hemorrhaging and subdural hematomas, and they talked about retinal hemorrhaging, and all of these things led to all of a sudden my guy's being carted off, and dad is now being called defendant rather than the person who lost his 4 or 5 week old baby at the time. And after many, many years of forensic, all the doctors agreed too. All the doctors were in line. Absolutely. Shaken baby, shaken baby, shaken baby. Until ultimately the cause of death that we figured out, they later dismissed the case against our client. And I think of all those people that jumped to conclusions. And one of the big things I asked, sorry to answer your question in a circuitous way, was, even if the foul play happened with this child, how are they pinpointing the time? They may be pinpointing when the father called 911, but they were never able to say that the injuries hadn't been created either through an accident or nefarious ways even an hour or two before. It was just like, it must have been him because hot potato, he made the call. So again, I don't mean to say that that's going to be here. Just think we need to be careful that we're not dealing with junk science, which, by the way, shaken baby, in case you don't know, has been thrown out as scientifically unreliable in the state of New Jersey. How many people are sitting in jails right now on the theory of that case that our court won't even allow to be testified to? So I get queasy until I know for sure.
And I would agree with you. We haven't yet heard evidence, Michael, of how it was caused. So we don't know about how it might have been caused. I'm just saying something happened to cause that cracked skull.
Yeah, Michael, that's like, you're doing exactly what needs to be done. That's the maturity of a skilled and wise lawyer who forget about the science and forget about what people are saying. They're just looking at this. This just makes sense to me. And that was kind of like in the case that I was talking about too. Like the wife left like to get a car wash, and 15 minutes later, this guy's brutalizing his child out of nowhere. It just doesn't make any sense to me. So I think what you're saying, look, the audience may be confused. I mean, I'm a prosecutor-oriented person, but I go slow and I go deliberately because I have been there literally when cuffs almost went on people because people were jumping to conclusions who ultimately didn't do it. And unfortunately, I have that experience in my head. So until I'm completely convinced in this testimony with these experts, I'm going to hold judgment.